5, 12, 8. Hi, my name is Ted, and this is my new cooking show, What's for Dinner. Today I'll make some easy but delicious pasta with meatballs. 12, 8. For starter, I'll make some tomato soup, and for dessert, I'll make melted chocolate in a banana. 12, 8. I'll start with tomato soup, of course. You start by taking the tomato puree into the saucepan. Let's get it done. 12, 8. I start with tomato soup, of course. I start... No, I start. Bling! Soup, of course. You start with taking the tomato puree into the saucepan. I start with tomato soup, of course. You start with taking the tomato puree into the saucepan and put the heat on maximum. 12, 8. Then you add a little water to it and stir around till it's properly mixed. 12, 8. Then you add a little water to it and stir around until it's properly mixed. Now that the tomato soup is ready, now the tomato soup is ready, it's ready to put in the fridge to serve cold. Now that the tomato soup is ready, it's ready to put now that the tomato soup is ready, it's ready to put in the, now that the tomato soup is ready, you need to put it in the fridge and serve it cold. If you wanted to make it more special, you can take some sandwiches with butter on and dip it into the tomato soup. Now it's time to heat up some water for the pasta, which in this case is real pasta. The water amount doesn't have an exact amount, so the water hasn't to be an exact amount, it's just a little more than pasta. When you have filled it, put it on the oven with maximum heat. When the water starts to boil, you When the water starts to boil, you pour down the pasta. I usually take about 2.5–3 deciliters per person. It varies. When the water starts to boil, you pour down the pasta. I usually take 2.5–3 deciliters per person. It varies. It depends how hungry you are. There is no exact amount of time you should boil the pasta. Anyway, on the package There is no exact amount of time you should boil the pasta. Anyway, on the package it says 9 to 12 minutes. If you want hard pasta, try a shorter time. But if you want a little more soft and easy to chew pasta, try a longer time. Remember to always stir around so the pasta don't get stuck to the bottom. Now it's time to start with the meatballs. They are quite easy actually. Just choose an appropriate frying pan, put the frying pan on the oven, set the heat on max, and just take the desired meatballs into the pan. They are quite easy actually. Just choose an appropriate frying pan, put the frying pan on the oven, put the heat on max, and then you put the desired amounts of meatballs onto the frying pan. Oh, and I almost forgot. You of course need some butter on the meatballs. And there again, there is no specific time you should fry the meatballs. You'll notice when they're ready. And don't And as I said with the pasta, don't forget to shake it around from time to time so that the pasta. Said with the pasta. And as I said with the pasta, don't forget to shake it around from time to time so that the meatballs get burned on both sides. Oh, the pasta and meatballs are now ready to be served, but to get the water out from the saucepan, you need to have a colander. Just put the colander here, pour the pasta into the colander like this. Shake it around a little. Then you pour the pasta back into the saucepan. Now you serve this as quickly as possible so that it remains. Now you serve it as quickly as possible to serve it. Now you serve it as quickly as possible so that it remains hot and tasty. You can serve it with ketchup or something man. Cheese. Now serve this as quickly as possible so that it remains hot and tasty. Serve it with ketchup and maybe some spices on the meatballs. Most drinks are fitting.
Men det är min cykel!
Vänta, vad är lampor? Är det dina lampor?
Ja, det är till min cykel ju för fan.
Du har ju redan två ju.
Ja, men ni kan få